Good morning, students. As we know that our new chapter that is coordinate geometry is going on, and we have done the number system and the polynomials. And in the previous video we have discussed about the introduction of this chapter coordinate geometry. So let's recall quickly what we have discussed. This is our Cartesian plane. It is divided into two axes. Horizontal axis is called y-axis, x-axis. This is x, this is x dash. Vertical axis called the y-axis. This is y and this is y dash, where both the axes meet each other, or you can say the point of intersection of the both the axes, that is horizontal and the vertical x-axis and y-axis respectively, called is origin, and it is represented by the coordinate 0 0. And how we represent any coordinate? We represent any coordinate in the form, first we will write the x coordinate, then we will write the y coordinate. What other definitions we have discussed yesterday? What do you mean by the term abscissa and what is ordinate? Abscissa and ordinate. Abscissa is basically the perpendicular distance from the y-axis is termed as abscissa, and it is denoted x coordinate, and the perpendicular distance from the y-axis is termed as the, or you can say the perpendicular distance from the x-axis is termed as the ordinate, and it is denoted by the coordinate y. Now let's see the question from exercise 3.3. Exercise 3.3. In which quadrant or the axis does the points -2 4, 3 -1, -1 0, 1 2 and -3 -5 lies? In which axis or the quadrants? As we discussed, the first quadrant, the second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. As we discussed, these were the quadrants, and in the first quadrants both were positive, x coordinate as well as y coordinate. In the second quadrant, x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. In the third quadrant, both the coordinates are negative, and in the fourth quadrant, the x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is negative. So similarly, we have to tell them in which coordinate or the axis they will lie. First is -2 and 4. As you can see that x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. So here we can say which quadrant, minus and positive, so means second quadrant. Then 3 and -1. 3 means this is x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is negative. So 3 and -1 will lie in the fourth quadrant. -1 and 0. -1 and 0, as you can see, the y coordinate is 0. So it will not lie in any of the quadrant. It will lie on the axis. Now which axis? As you can see, the -1 means the first one is given, is it is the x coordinate. So basically it will lie on x axis. It will lie on x एक्सिस. अब x एक्सिस में भी बेटा दो एक्सिस होती हैं, एक हमारी पॉजिटिव x एक्सिस और एक नेगेटिव x एक्सिस. तो -1 0 किस पे लाई करेगा? हमारा नेगेटिव वाली x एक्सिस पे लाई करेगा, क्योंकि y कोऑर्डिनेट इसमें हमारा 0 है. y कोऑर्डिनेट 0 होने की वजह से ये किसी भी क्वाड्रेंट में लाई नहीं करेगा. इट विल लाई ऑन द एक्सिस. अब एक्सिस कौन सी है? इट इज़ -1 हेयर, सो इट विल लाई ऑन द नेगेटिव x एक्सिस. then 1 and 2 both are positive, means which quadrant? It will lie in the first quadrant, as both are positive. Now both are negative. Both the negative means x coordinate as well as y coordinate, both the coordinates are negative, so it will obviously lie in the third quadrant. So it will lie in the third quadrant. So these types of questions may be asked in the examination, and except these questions, what else they ask you? The general definition, for example, Cartesian plane. Define Cartesian plane. As we already discussed, what is a Cartesian plane? Cartesian plane basically is a surface or a plane in order to locate any point is called Cartesian plane. Then origin, we have already discussed origin. Then x-axis, horizontal line is called x-axis, vertical line is called y-axis. Then abscissa, ordinate, etc. These are the few definitions that can be asked in 1 mark question, and then the questions based on the quadrant or the axis can be asked. Now then it is also asked, then you have to plot certain points. You have to plot certain points, and how you will plot certain points? First of all, you have to make the graph. x, x dash, y and y dash. And the question is you have to plot. For example, first of all we have to plot 1 1, then minus 1 1, then minus 1 and minus 1, and last is 1 and minus 1. Means we have taken 4 points A, B, C and D, and we have to plot them in our Cartesian plane. So this is the origin, it will be written as origin. So this is 1, this is 2, here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is minus 1, here it is minus 2. As we can see, negative x-axis, negative y-axis, so minus 1 and here it is minus 2. Now first point is 1 and 1, both are positive, so this is 1, this is 1, so this will be the point A, that is 1 and 1. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is our fourth quadrant. So first point is 1 1. So as we can see that both are positive, so here like this we can plot it. Second B point, minus 1 and 1. Minus 1 means first coordinate is always x and second is y. So minus 1 is x coordinate and 1 is y coordinate. So minus 1 here and 1 is here. So this is the point here, that is B, and it is minus 1 and 1. Here it is minus 1 and 1. And you can draw this like dotted lines also. Then third, minus 1 and minus 1, both the coordinates are negative. Here this is minus 1 of y coordinate, here this is minus 1 of x coordinate. So this is point C, and that is minus 1 and minus 1. Again, just join it as the dotted line. Now next is 1 and minus 1. 1 is x coordinate, that should be positive, and minus 1 is the y coordinate. So here it is the point D, that is 1 and minus 1, and here it is point D, that is 1 and minus 1. So what do we get? We get a figure or shape like this: A, B, C and D. And if they ask you find the area of this, find area of this shape, that is A, B, C, D. Now how can you find? As you can see, the origin, the distance here is 1 unit and here is also 1 unit. So total this is AB. AB is 2 units. Now which shape it is? Square, and area of square is side multiply side, that is AB multiply AB. So that is 2 multiplied to 4 square units. So the area of this shape is 4 square units, and what we have done, we have plotted these 4 points in the given graph. So see how we have to plot this, and after plotting they may ask you the area, to find the area of the form, area of the figure made, or you can see the examiner can even ask you the perimeter of the shape which is formed. So what we have done in the coordinate geometry, very small chapter, this is very scoring chapter. Again I told you 3 to 4 marks questions can come from this chapter. 1 question of 1 marks and 1 and 2 questions of 2 marks maximum. But this is very scoring chapter, you can say, because very easy, you can easily score 4 to 5 marks from this chapter. What you have to learn, you have to learn the basic definitions, all these. Then you have to understand the concept of the quadrants and the axis. Then you have to plot certain points. How will you plot these points on a Cartesian plane? And after plotting the points, you should aware of the basic formulas. If what figure it made, if it is triangle, then what is the area? If it is rectangle, what is the area? And if it is square, what is the area or the perimeter? You can find out. So practice these, go through the exercise, go through the chapter 3 of your NCERT book, and if case of any query, we will discuss it later on. So practice the question. This is chapter 3rd. We have almost done this chapter also, and then we will start the new chapter according to our syllabus. So 3 chapters you have covered, that is number system and the polynomials. The most important chapter is polynomials and the coordinate geometry. So we will start the next chapter from the Monday onwards, and be prepared for your Wednesday test. I will let you know the test of which exercise will be there. So kindly practice, because mathematics is all about the practice. The more you practice, the more accuracy you will get and the more confidence you will get. So thank you students. God bless you all.